for the Relentless Pro Wrestling presents Old Town Beatdown. This card takes place Saturday, June 15th at 7 p.m. at the American Legion Post 132 in Orange, California. Your main event consists of for the SoCal Heavyweight Championship main event is your champion Slice Boogie versus Doble Cara. And in a heavyweight match, semi-main event heavyweight match, represented here by the Inferno Abdul versus Brett the Threat. In a women's match, you will see Savannah Stone versus Hit Girl. And for the SoCal Cruiserweight tournament match, represented here versus Alec Tomas versus Rickster. Next, you have Matthias versus Casey Phoenix in a heavyweight match. And finally, in a cruiserweight match, you have represented here Oscar Felix versus Diablo Azteca. Alec, this is now the next round of the SoCal Cruiserweight Tournament match. What does this match mean to you as you get closer and closer to your championship that may or may not be yours?
It means just as much as the first time, because in a tournament-style match, every moment counts. You can't slip up. You have to be sharp. You have to be prepared. You have to be fully trained and ready. And I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm as confident as ever. And I know I'll get the job done.
Diablo Azteca, ¿qué te puedo decir? Al fin del día, at the end of the day, what can I say about Diablo? He's an established name in Southern California, not just in Southern California, but in the professional wrestling scene, right? He's one of the best luchadors I've ever seen, borderline at ringside. I know that I have an uphill battle against him, especially to establish my name here at Relentless Pro Wrestling. I'm just looking forward to it. That's all I can say.
Rickster, you mentioned in a recent promo that you are on a winning streak here in RPW. Are you worried that maintaining that streak is going to get in your way during this tournament?
The only thing that I'm worrying about is making sure that Relentless Pro Wrestling, the fans, the community, the boss, knows exactly what Rickster is all about and what Rickster does. I've had a winning streak, and it all stemmed from being this close to taking the UWN championship away from Danny Lime. It set a new fire under my ass, a new motivation, a new determination. At Devil You Know, it was me and Legend Earl, round 1, bracket 1. And I left a path of destruction all over him. Every time my music hits, every time the fans get a look of Rickster, they go insane. That is my biggest motivation. I win for them. Without the fans, without RPW, without that love, there is no Rickster. And I'm going to continue on whatever it is that I need to do to keep this winning streak going. This is all that I have. Professional wrestling is all that the Rickster has. And I will not let it slip through my fingers as long as I live.
Now, Inferno, you're established here in Relentless Pro Wrestling. You've been with us for a while, and you've finally seen the light and ditched that Snake Triple M. But Brett the Threat is established in Las Vegas. He's coming to Southern California, and he's going to try and stake claim here to Southern California and make his name here in Relentless Pro Wrestling. What does he bring to the table, and how are you going to be able to counter his abilities that you know of?
I've watched Brett's past work, and there's no doubt the man is skilled with his hands, skilled with his feet, and he's a submission expert. The only way I see myself beating him is just using sheer power and my best arsenal, which is the suplex. Is he gonna come in here and try to establish domain? Absolutely. Who wouldn't? RPW is growing, is rising, and is become well known that this is the promotion in Orange County in Southern California. It's nothing personal against Brett, but I'm on a mission. My mission started this past April, and I got one thing in mind, one thing I'm obsessed with, and that's that SoCal title. And Brett just happens to be in my way.
Now we know all of you have a cheat day. What's the cheat day? What is your cheat day food or dessert?
Cheat day. ¿Sabes qué? ¿Verdad? No, I didn't answer that first question, right? Simplemente, taquitos. Ese es mi vicio. Te lo voy a decir, ¿verdad? Porque al fin del día, tacos, right? They got tortillas, man. That's a very, very heavy carb to be eating. Pero al fin del día, ¿verdad? Con el arroz, los frijoles, carne asada, pollo asado, you know, it's not all that much of a cheat. Una tortilla en vez en cuando, pues that's my cheat, you know?
I'm like barely making the cruiserweight limit, so I can't afford to have cheat days.
I like to eat. I'd get me a good burger. Put on the plate. French fries on the side.
I'll do a pizza once a week. That'll be my cheat meal. Anything green on top and some chicken, and I'm a happy camper.
There you go.
Hi, this is Triple M of Relentless Pro Wrestling, representing our champion. I got a question for Inferno. Since we're talking about your diet, it seems like you've had a healthy dose of Matt in your diet because that's what you've been eating. So, after 2 catastrophic losses and now being as far from the championship as you can be, how do you think you're going to survive Bret the Threat?
Looking at your dumb, ugly face is all the motivation I need to survive that match.
Hey!
Get him, he's right there.
Well,
Get him.
You wanna talk about catastrophic losses? The first loss, I wasn't pinned and I wasn't submitted. It was all thanks to you and your ego and your bullshit. Second loss, yeah, Slice was the first man to pin me, and I'm not gonna make excuses how he did it. A win's a win. But let's face it, your boy Slice pulled out his best card. He's got nowhere else to go after that. He hasn't seen my best cards yet. So if I were you, I'd run back to homie who's not here representing the brand, who's not here
That's right.
holding the title up and being proud of it, who's probably off in his living room playing Call of Duty and drinking Hennessy. No offense. You better train him hard, you better train him good, because it's only a matter of time before he's looking at me again in the ring and thinking, how the hell am I going to get out of this situation? Because let's face it, when Billy Bonds got in the ring and announced what was going on this past April, Slice didn't want to wrestle me. He just wanted to take the title and go home. It was the people that wanted to see us go at it. It was the people who wanted an honest match.
Well, as our champion may or may not be enjoying his Hennessy at home, the only way he's going to see you is at the bottom of the flyer where you belong.
Inferno, just real quick, are you 100% after your match with Slice?
I'm getting there. I'm getting work done. I'm getting adjusted weekly. I'm sure as hell better than I was after that match. Come June 15th, I will be 100%. I will be ready. And I'm looking at a new chapter in RPW history.